When the power goes out, most people think the biggest danger will come from the dark, but it doesn't. It comes from the people around you. Within 3 days of a total blackout, society begins to melt down. Food disappears from shelves, medicine runs out, and fear takes over. Neighbors turn suspicious, cities boil with chaos, and your safety depends on what you know and how fast you act. In this countdown, we're breaking down the 10 places that will be looted first when the grid collapses. Not weeks later, within hours. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a guide that could literally save your life. Number 10 in our list is pharmacies. When the lights go out, people don't rush to grocery stores first. They run to pharmacies. Why? Because survival isn't just about food, it's about medication. 2/3 of Americans rely on prescriptions just to function. Insulin, antidepressants, blood pressure meds, asthma inhalers. Once refrigeration stops and refills dry up, those glass counters become gold mines. Looters won't just grab pills. They'll hunt for alcohol wipes, gloves, antiseptics, and painkillers. During Hurricane Maria, pharmacies were cleaned out in less than a day. In a collapse, they won't be stores. They'll be battlegrounds. So build your own first aid arsenal now, quietly. Pain relief becomes power when society runs on desperation. Number 9 in our list is gun stores. The moment fear takes over, everyone wants protection. Gun stores become lightning rods for panic, packed with weapons, ammo, optics, and armor, but also with people willing to fight for them. History proves it. From Katrina to Minneapolis, gun shops are always ground zero for chaos. And here's the irony. Guns aren't the real prize. Accessories are ammo, cleaning kits, tactical gear. They vanish first. Even government data admits firearm demand skyrockets hundreds of % in the first 2 days of collapse. Don't head there hoping to buy safety. You'll walk into a war zone, get what you need before the lights go out. 8. Gas stations. Picture this. It's day 2 of the blackout. Your fridge is spoiling, your phone's dead, and everyone suddenly realizes they forgot one thing: gas. Within hours, pumps run dry, not because there's no fuel underground, but because pumps need power. Without electricity, no one's getting a drop. Crowds will form, fights will break out, generators will vanish. People will siphon from parked trucks or torch stations for distraction. Gas becomes liquid gold, tradable for food, safety, or escape. Stockpile early, store safely, label, and rotate your supply. Because when it all shuts down, gas stations won't be fuel stops. They'll be war zones. 7. Big box stores. Walmart, Costco, Target. Within 12 hours of a blackout, they'll turn from shopping centers into combat zones. Thousands will rush in looking for food, lights, and hope. They won't find any. Cameras won't work, alarms will fail, and panic will do the rest. These stores hold everything: camping gear, batteries, first aid, clothing. But the moment shelves empty, order disappears. We've seen it worldwide. Looters strip entire buildings in under an hour. In a blackout, it'll be faster. Don't go near them. Big box stores aren't opportunity. They're traps. Get what you need before, not during the chaos. 6. Liquor stores. When rules vanish, liquor stores ignite, literally and socially. At first, people laugh about stocking booze. Then, withdrawal hits. Millions of Americans depend on alcohol daily, and without it, desperation turns violent fast. But alcohol isn't just a vice, it's a tool. It disinfects wounds, fuels fires, preserves food, and becomes currency. A bottle of vodka could buy antibiotics or ammo. That's why looters swarm these shops early and often. If you plan ahead, stick with clear, high-proof spirits like vodka or Everclear. Store them discreetly. In the collapse economy, liquor is survival in a glass bottle. Before we move on to number 5, subscribe to our channel for more prepping tips. 5. Pet stores. Most people pass pet stores without a second thought. But inside, hidden on every shelf, is survival gear in disguise. Dog food and cat kibble are shelf-stable calories. Puppy pads can serve as sanitation tools. Kitty litter handles waste. Heavy-duty leashes double as restraints. During wartime and economic collapse, civilians have eaten pet food to survive. It's not ideal, but it's food when there's nothing left. Pet stores also stock antibiotics like fish mox, the same formula as human amoxicillin, water filters, and emergency blankets. When everyone else raids grocery stores, the smart ones raid pet stores and walk away alive. 4. Schools. Schools are treasure troves in plain sight. They store food, first aid kits, cleaning supplies, lab chemicals, even fuel. The average elementary school has enough stock to feed hundreds for days. During the Fukushima disaster, citizens broke into schools not to destroy, but to survive. But once word spreads, schools shift from ghost towns to battlegrounds. Desperate parents, gangs, and scavengers will all head to the same place. Scout your local school discreetly before any disaster. Know the layouts, entry points, and exits. Because once the real panic begins, every gym, lab, and cafeteria becomes contested territory. 3. Hospitals. Hospitals seem like safe zones until the backup generators die. Within 72 hours, machines fail, fridges warm, and chaos explodes. Desperate patients, addicts, and looters flood in for drugs and medical gear. The supply rooms, filled with painkillers, oxygen, surgical tools, become war chests. In Venezuela and other collapsed nations, hospitals didn't just fall, they were stripped bare. Security fled, nurses couldn't stop the flood. Anyone caught inside faced mobs. Don't rely on hospitals during a blackout. Build your own first aid setup now and learn basic trauma care. In a collapse, hospitals aren't places of healing. They're places of horror. 2. Banks. When the power dies, the illusion of money dies with it. 90% of U.S. currency exists only as digits. No power means no bank, no ATM, no access. People will race to branches demanding cash, but most only hold a few $1,000s total. Once that's gone, rage takes over. Windows shatter, vaults burn, and deposit boxes become treasure chests for looters. We saw it in Argentina's collapse. People didn't just steal, they demanded revenge. Get your valuables out of the system now. Because when banks fail, people don't just lose money, they lose their minds. 1. Your home. Here's the ugly truth. The final and most certain target of looting is you. Your home. Once the stores, stations, and pharmacies are empty, people turn inward. Neighbors, friends, strangers. They'll come for what they believe you have. Heat, food, power, sound of a generator, glow from a candle, smell of cooking food. These things betray you. That's why preppers talk about operational security. Keep quiet, keep hidden, bury supplies, blackout windows, rotate watch shifts. Because once desperation knocks, it won't be asking politely. When the power grid fails, civilization doesn't vanish overnight. It crumbles piece by piece, and fast. The question isn't if it could happen, but how ready you'll be when it does. Start small today. Store water, build a first aid kit, and plan how you'd stay safe if the world went dark for a week. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more real-world survival content. And tell us below, which place do you think would fall first in your city?